What is up, my thrifty friends? Tabs here from the Urban Goddess shop. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video, we are doing a what sold, sales are in the toilet, we are pushing forward. But you know, it's still, there's some dynamics to slow sales for my closet, which I'll talk about. We're going to go through all the sales over $30 and then stay tuned till the end where I'm going to break down some data, some analytics, and just my closing thoughts on what's happening, and then also what are my goals for the next 2 weeks. All right, let's jump into this. First item to kick it off is a Lululemon open back cashmere sweater, size large. This went to a viewer. She was watching one of the YouTube videos, and I believe this sweater was in the video, and then she went into my closet and bought it. It sold for $48. She did leave me a love note. Very happy with this impulse buy. The color and sweater is amazing. Many thanks. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Yeah, she was literally watching one of the videos. I was talking about the item, and oh man, that brought the biggest smile to my face. So I hope you love it. It's a gorgeous sweater. This style, this open back style, these cashmere ones, these are one of my favorite ones to find. I don't come across them often, but they do definitely hold a good value and very comfortable and soft. Next up is a Wilfred Noble short sleeve blouse. It was in an extra small. I just sourced this like 2 weeks ago. Really quick sale, sold for $30. I had a pretty good cost of goods. Like I think it was $5 or $6 on this item. So those are my favorite ones. When I can get items for like around that $5 mark and then just be able to sell them in a week or two. I mean, that's obviously the ideal for everyone. But yeah, when I can hit that sweet spot, that's what I'm trying to do with my business and what I'm sourcing. Next up is a bundle. This one went to Kelly. Kelly is like one of my fave shoppers. Really, truly, Kelly, you always pick the coolest pieces. It's almost like I shop for Kelly because Kelly is my avatar. Yeah, she's that perfect customer. And she grabbed a 3-piece bundle. The bundle sold for $160. In the bundle was a pair of Lululemon Speed Up tights. These were Luxe Stream ones, black, size 6. Next item was a Free People white North Shore thermal long sleeve in a size medium. I will continue to try and find these. I don't find them often, but they tend to sell pretty quickly in my closet. And then the last item was a Free People One Fine Day Liberty Floral red summer dress, size small. And yeah, she left an awesome love note, which she always does. I very much appreciate that. Quick delivery, nicely packaged. All my items, love the pieces she picks for her closet. Thanks, Kelly. These are the types of items that I do try and source the most. Like I know what does well in my closet, and this is a really good bundle. Next up is a pair of Wilfred Cohen gray trouser pants. These were in a size 10. They sold for $48. I thought these were going to sell for a bit more. I didn't realize they were the Cohen pants, which is a bit of an older style. I should have searched the article number on the tag before I bought them because I paid up for these. I want to say I paid about $25 for these and my payout was $38.40. So quick sale. They sold within a week, but yeah, I made like $13 on them. Not too much. That's not really what I'm shooting for, but grateful to be making sales right now in these times over the last 2 weeks. It's just been really slow for me. Next up is a Lululemon Runderful. That's a different one. Long sleeve top in a size 12. It sold for $52. I paid about $20 for the top. And another quick flip, a lot of these items are selling within a week or two of listing. So I don't know. I'm in a really tough spot right now where I'm trying to be conscious of what I'm spending on my inventory because I'm noticing items aren't selling for what they were even a month ago. Like I don't know what's going on right now, but items are going for lower, and I'm just, I have to be more conscious, I think, until sales pick back up and the price of the items that are selling starts to go back up. But right now, I don't know, I'm kind of cautious. Next is a pair of Born black leather clog mules, size 6. They sold for $30. I've had these forever. Literally had them forever. Remember like months and months ago when I was like, hey, I'm going to start picking up random clogs, hoping that people want these and not just the Birks, but they all sold really slow. So sometimes you want to hop on a trend, and sometimes that trend is very specific to certain brands, and that was a little bit of a sketchy buy, I think. Next up is a Wilfred Chevalier blazer. Color is tan, size 0, sold for $70. This one did have some markings on it, actually. I did include photos of everything in it. I washed it myself and still was not able to get it out, but it was very faint, so I just included it in. The Chevalier blazer is a little bit of an older style. I'm finding it still holds good value. I should be able to still sell it for over $50, $60 as long as it's in good condition. And besides the minor flaw, it was actually in pretty good condition. Next is an Anthropologie black ruched halter top, size large, sold for $35. I have a couple more of these, I think. They were part of some retail arbitrage that I did last summer. I did some sale shopping at the end of the season, but I knew that I was going to have to hold on to those items until spring of this year. And I did spend quite a bit of money, and I think I just don't think mentally I was prepared to hold on. In my head, I was like, yeah, I'm going to have to hold on to these. But I've really let the pieces go for less than what I thought I was going to, or what their intended price was. So going forward, I think when I buy at the end of the season for a next season, I'm just going to put it away. I need to start putting things away so that I have the best opportunity to make the profit that I want on them. And this is just my own personal experience, but I do find, for me, summer items on Poshmark Canada do the best between February and maybe July. And then after that, they start to go downhill from there. And I think it's just because all the retail stores start to put their summer stuff on sale as well. Next up is a pair of Levi's ribcage straight ankle jeans, size 32. These were new with tags from Aritzia. I really thought, again, I was going to get more money for these, but sales have just been so slow. I am making deals. If I make money on the item, I'm making a deal right now, and just trying to keep inventory flowing through my store instead of sitting on items and them getting closer and closer to maybe being out of season. Now, jeans probably wouldn't be going out of season, but yeah, these ones I definitely let go lower than I would have. But yeah, they sold for $55, so still not bad, but new at tags. I think the retail value was like $120 on these ones. Next is a 2-piece bundle. This one goes out to Kayla. Hey Kayla, I'm so happy you loved the bundle. She put together 2 items, had a question about the Free People top when I was out of town, but I could answer the question because I considered keeping this top for myself. So the first item was a Free People We the Free Dancing Till Dawn off the shoulder peasant top in a size small. And the second item was a pair of Lululemon Speed Up tights, 28-inch full Luxe Extreme, I think, or Luxe Stream, and they were in a size 10. This bundle sold for $95, which was a really good deal. Just happy to help her out. And you know what? Kayla has purchased from me a few times, so I was happy to give her some savings again. Thank you, Kayla. She received them, left me a love note, love them, with hearts. It's so cute. I love that they made that emoji. It's just so stinking cute. Next is a Mountain Equipment Co-op vintage 90s teal pullover jacket in a size extra large. It was a men's extra large. It was ginormous, but it sold for $45, which is awesome. I thought it would sell in spring. I don't know what I thought it would sell for. I think I was hoping for over 50, but yeah, I'm good with it. Happy to see it going, not holding on to it longer. Next is a pair of Mountain Equipment Co-op organic cotton hiking pants in a size 10. These sold for $32, definitely lower than what I thought they would be worth. So I'm going to have to be a little bit more cautious on those. And I wasn't seeing a lot of likes on them either previously, so I thought they would do better. Market-wise, they really weren't in that much demand. Maybe the size, maybe the color. I think I just have to make sure that I'm looking into them before buying them, because I don't want to sit on a bunch of hiking pants. I love hiking pants. I love selling them. I also like making money, so I have to be careful in what I'm grabbing. Next is a 2-piece bundle. Love this. First is a pair of Wilford tapered leg trouser pants, size 6. And the second is a Babaton green Ronin blouse. This bundle sold for $100. Both those items pretty fresh, maybe a month listed. Next is a vintage Braden green quilted oversized vest, size large. It sold for $30. This vest, I thrifted it. I thought it was so cool. I love unique, vintage, quirky pieces. But right before I listed it, I was like, is this going to sell? Like, did I make a bad choice? And it sold within a month and a half, which is pretty good for a vintage unique piece. Like, yeah, I think that's sometimes why I've gravitated a little bit further away from all the vintage unique pieces that I used to source. I just find sometimes it can be really hit and miss for what's selling. And then I do find that I sit on them a little bit longer. Like, those items are looking for the right buyer, where some of the other items, it's easy for me to predict that these items are going to be quick sellers. But my vintage, I don't know why lately, it's been slower sellers. And it might be too, there's more like vintage live shows where people can get items, you know, at a better price. I'm not really sure. Next is Babaton Javier, I'm sure I'm not saying that right, alpaca mohair cardigan sweater, extra small, sold for $40. That was another pretty recent item. But when I got home and looked at the stock photo for it, I knew that it was a little bit of a dated piece. So maybe not the best buy on my behalf, but I really like the material content, which is why I grabbed it. Next up is a pair of Wilfred tie front wool cashmere plaid pants, size 2. They sold for $35. Man, I've had these pants for like almost a year, and I really felt like they were going to sell for more. I've sat on them forever. I don't know if it's the size, being a size 2, smaller demographic of people shopping for those smaller sizes, but yeah, I don't know. I'm going to be more cautious. I definitely have like a style list in my head of Wilfred and Babaton styles that I'm not picking up anymore unless they are a good size, which for me is going to be between size 6 and 12. If they're smaller than that, I'm probably not grabbing them anymore, and still being very conscious of what I'm paying for them and trying to have realistic expectations of like real market value as resale, because some of the inflated resale prices just aren't there anymore, which kind of sucks because I was riding that wave. But right now, yeah, it's definitely gone down on like certain items, not everything. There's still people making mad money, but some of the items that I was able to typically source pretty readily, I'm just finding the value is going down on them. Next is a pair of Lululemon Noir wide leg trouser pants, size 6. These sold for $80. I paid up for these. I think I paid like $25. So I am so happy that those sold for a good dollar. Because when I was listing them, I was like, oh my gosh, please, please, please do well. Next is another sale that I paid up for, but did not see the return that I thought, but made money quickly off of. So remember that a Goldie black jumpsuit that, I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, but I took a picture of it. I tried it on. It was a size 8. I'm not a size 8 in any world right now. But I tried it on for fun. It was a little bit tight on me. Just, it fit, but that's not how it's supposed to be worn. It's supposed to be a little bit baggier. But anyways, it sold for $120. So I paid $50 for it. My net earnings from Poshmark, like after the fees and the discount on the shipping and whatever else, my net earnings were $91.97. So I made $41 within a week of listing it. That is a pretty good return, or like a quick return. I mean, I was hoping to sell it for more. I was hoping to get $150 for it. But with sales being slow, I've been sending quite a few aggressive offers like every other day. Like I've just been pushing it just to try and keep the cash flow going into my business. I mean, I have enough inventory and I have enough stuff to list, obviously, but yeah, it's just keeping the money flowing and the bank account climbing is what I'm trying to work on. Next is a pair of Levi's wedgie straight leg raw hem jeans, size 24. They sold for $47. I do have a few smaller size Levi's. I'm careful to not end up with too many. So I will usually check my closet when I find smaller size Levi's, see if I have anything similar. If I have a similar style, I won't pick it up until that style sells. Then next time I'm out, I find a smaller size, look at my closet. I don't have, that color or like light wash, medium wash, dark wash kind of thing. If I don't have something similar, then I will grab it. If I'm still sitting on a pair that I listed, a month or two ago, I'll probably leave them. And that's sometimes how I make decisions on what I should be picking up and what I should be leaving. Next up is a pair of Lululemon Play Off the Pleats tights. These were in size 8. They sold for $52. Those were a pretty quick flip as well. Little bit surprised because they had that ruching on the bottom. So I thought once I got home and paid closer attention, I guess, to the bottom, I was like, oh, it's a little bit of an older style, but it still did really well. And I think it was the color. That green color is a really nice color. People are looking for it. It's not a dated color by any means. So yeah, I think that's why that one sold. Next up is another bundle to Kelly. Okay, so I gotta add, Kelly bought a bunch of items from me when I did a closet clear out sale. I did $10 and $15 starts. So she did buy a big bundle, but I didn't include it into the sales because a lot of the items were like $10 to $15 items. But she did hop in. I did have a new listing sale where I just ran a silent show and it was 30% off and they were all things that I had just listed. So the first item she grabbed was a Free People blue floral Fiona bell sleeve blouse, size medium. And the second item, which I like, I just sourced this and I love this style. It's a Wilfred Eleonora off the shoulder gingham blouse in a size medium. And the bundle sold for $86. Thank you, Kelly. I know you're going to love these pieces. And that blue Free People top was a New Tags top. Next sale, and this is a funny one. Okay, so it's a vintage Runaway Bay brown suede, what would it be, like a midi skirts, size 4. Sold for $56. I actually had this silent show the week before and was going to sell it for $10 or $15. And that little closet clear out sale that I did, this was in it and it didn't sell. So I'm so happy I held on to it. And this is the last suede skirt I have currently in my closet. So I think I'm going to keep my eye out. Now I've sold both of them. And obviously got to be careful on what the cost of goods are. Sometimes they have it marked at $20 and I guess it's still a good earnings. It's just the previous one I sold did not sell for $56. So I'm a little bit wary on those ones. But yeah, I'm going to keep my eye out for cheaper suede skirts at the thrift store. All right, we just got a couple left. So next is a pair of Levi's wedgie Icon Fit ankle jeans, size 31. These sold for $51. Still going strong with Levi's in my closet, and I do think that may be a Canadian specific trend. Next is a pair of Anthropologie blue floral nomad joggers, extra small. These sold for $45. I think I have one pair left. I think I bought 10 pairs when I bought them, and I've finally sold through them. I had about $12 on the cost of goods for these, so it wasn't too bad, but man, I've been selling these once a month for the last 10 months, it feels like. Next is a sweater that I've been sitting on for a bit, and it was a Gymshark men's pullover hoodie XL, sold for $35. I took a chance on Gymshark. I don't grab it often. I don't find that it sells well for me personally, and not for the profit margin that I'm looking for either. But yeah, happy I was able to push this one through. I did grab it on a sale at Value Village quite a few months ago, and I tried to live sell it like twice when I was doing live shows back around Christmas time, or was it like December, January kind of thing. But yeah, nope, no luck with it. All right, guys, those are the sales on Poshmark. Let's jump into the data and analytics. This is the fun part where I break down all my numbers. So like I said, I ran a sale. I did have quite a few items that sold for under $30, but for today's video, I was just going over sales over $30 an item. Total sales, and the dates are from March 15th to March 30th, so that would be 15 days. Total sales were $1,703 on Poshmark. Not too bad, not what I've been seeing like previously, but still not too bad. And I had 0 sales on eBay. I don't know what's going on with eBay. I went in and looked. There's nothing wrong with my store. I'm like, all my ratings, everything is still good. I don't know. So I think I need to look over some of my pricing and look over what I'm promoting things at and stuff, and do a little bit of a reassessment in there. But yeah, this is a drastic change from the previous 2 weeks, which was $2,457. That is wow, that's like a $700-800 difference. That's quite a bit of money. Honestly, it's like hard to not be deflated when sales are down. And I know I was like, gotta ride the wave and there's good and bad, but like I get bummed too. So I just want to be honest with you guys. When my sales are like in the toilet, I feel bummed as well. I'm not excited about it. You know, you feel anxious. You're like, what's going on? But I truly think right now, people just are not spending a lot of money. People are being very selective in how they spend their money. And I'm still getting good likes. So I use Posh Sidekick for my sharing. I'm still getting consistent likes on the items, and I'm sending out offers, but it's just like a fraction of the sales are resulting from the offers. And that's kind of the data I'm looking at. If I was seeing like a drastic drop in likes, I'd be like, hey, what's going on? But all of that is still staying pretty consistent. Now, here's some background information into my own personal life in the last 2 weeks, which I think also has an impact on these sales. I was gone for 9 days, so not listing anything new. I was relisting items in that time frame, but no new fresh inventory. And I did try and push out, I think, 10 extra listings the week before I left, but it just wasn't enough, I don't think. And then that was like my slowest week ever. So yeah, in reflection, maybe my sales are down, but I also haven't been listing as consistently. There's just some other dynamics. I just do think like sales are slower right now. So I just need to put that out there. For me personally, sales have been slower. People are not accepting the offers that I have been sending, or like bantering back at like $20 and $30, which I'm like, no, not doing that. Some of those items, that's my cost of goods is $20, right? So yeah, otherwise on my end, all the activity that I'm doing is the same. The only thing that dropped down was the amount of new listings I was putting out, like actual new listings, not relists. So I have a few thoughts that I'm going to share later, what I think is going on with Poshmark, and then kind of like what my goals are, but we're going to continue going through the data. I sold a total of 47 items, and the previous week was actually 46 items. So I sold one more item like over the last 2 weeks than the previous video, but my ASP is down, and it's down to $36.23. Last time I reported to you guys, it was $53.42. That's crazy. My active listings are down to 343 from 358, so they're down about 15 listings. And here's the reason why. So this is what I have been doing over the last 2 weeks. I ran a clear out silent show, and I loaded 50 items. It was $10 and $15 starts, and I was able to move quite a few items. As I said, Kelly bought a big bundle. Thank you so much. And yeah, just so happy those items are heading to a new home. So that had an impact on my ASP. I think without that show, you know, I would have sold less items, like, you know, maybe 38 items, and that ASP would have been a little bit higher, but that show definitely had an impact on where my ASP is sitting. So I'm not too down about that. I know why it dropped and it all makes sense to me. Top brands, same as last time. Actually, Aritzia being my top, vintage sweaters is my next, but again, that's going to be because I've been clearing them out. Lululemon in third, and actually Anthropologie, Free People, and Levi's, they were all similar for the month of March as Lululemon. So the dollar value of what I've sold is very similar. And also cost of goods between those four brands are also very similar for what I'm paying. So I'm okay with that. My information here, like my data, is going to be biased to the brands that I'm sourcing and selling. So these are my top brands, but this is like 80% of what I'm sourcing. You guys watch my thrift hauls. This is mostly what I'm doing. I feel like in the States, sometimes when I watch thrift hauls, it's like all Revolve brands or all Nordstrom brands because that's specific to where they live. Where for me, I just have good access to Aritzia brands, the Wilfred Babaton, and Lululemon. And then when I say Aritzia as a brand, it's because I put anything that's an Aritzia brand under the brand Aritzia on Poshmark. I usually don't do it as Wilfred or Babaton. I will put in as Aritzia because I feel like that's a common search. As for the trends in my sales, it seems like looking at the data, offers to likers is 66% of my sales. Bundle offers are 31%. I think since I've pushed up my ASP and the quality of my items, I definitely sell more just single items, but I think it's because people come shopping on the app looking for that specific item, they find it in my closet, they make the sale, and there's no bundle. Because I do try and add bundles and send offers, but I think that's the correlation with that data. I'm not sure, but that's like how I make sense of it. I don't have a fun fact this week, so I'm sorry guys, but I have added 2 other categories. The first one is going to be my sales goals for the next 2 weeks. I'm going to up my listings in the next week. I'm going to be gone again for another 10 days starting next Thursday. We are heading out to the mountains for Easter, come home for 1 day, and then I'm heading out east to Winnipeg again with Emika over spring break. So she has like an Easter break. I don't have to pull her out of school. It's kind of an easy time to go visit. Yeah, that's what we're doing. I need to get ahead again. I'm in this position that I was 2 weeks ago, and it's like frustrating, but I also feel so fortunate that I'm able to take, 9 days off or 10 days off, and I'm able to take these stretches, spend time with my family, out in the mountains, like doing fun stuff there, and also go home and see my family back in Winnipeg. So I'm very grateful that reselling and YouTube have provided this opportunity that I can manage my own personal time, take time off, and still have my businesses running. And I do not take that for granted one bit. I need to stay consistent with my listing, keep an eye on demand. Are summer pieces selling? What price? Am I seeing a decent profit? There's like lots of factors. Do I have a good size selection, color variations? There's just lots of things that I am asking myself when I'm outsourcing that help me make these decisions. And it's like hard to just put them all into a video because there's like so many layers. And I think that's just come with reselling for 3 years and selling, close to 4,000 items. It's just, I have that experience selling now where I can, make these types of decisions. Now I'm going to throw something out here, and I'm kind of throwing myself out here, but I've been considering opening a Patreon group, and I follow Van Life YouTube, and there's a lot of Patreon groups there where they just go more into depth and discussions. It is a paid membership, but I would have more of an opportunity to break down parts of my business, answer personal questions, create a community, discuss my current strategies, things like that, with people that want to grow their businesses. So I guess what I would like to know from you guys is, would you have any interest in joining one? I know there are various Patreon groups in the reselling community. I do watch Trash to Cash podcast, and they talk about it there. They have one there. I do know some other resellers have done them where, it hasn't been as successful or maybe not as active in the groups. So my commitment is being active in that group. And I find I end up being active in like DMs and private messages, but sometimes if I could have it in a group where a group could ask questions and everyone could benefit from the answers, it would be a better format for me. So if people wanted to, have conversations about reselling or their business, I could kind of funnel people to the Patreon group where what I say would have a larger impact on more people. So just a thought. I think I'm going to go through it with regardless, but I'm hoping that you guys are on board and it's something you'd be interested in. So drop down below in the comments. I'm not holding it against you if you say yes and you decide not to, but what is your interest and thoughts on it? And yeah, I'd like to hear from you guys. So just one more thing, my content would still stay the same on YouTube. It's not going to change the content. The Patreon group may get access to maybe like a live call where we would go over stuff, answer questions, things like that. It would just be a way that I could have a little bit more personal interactions with people. So yeah, I'd love to hear from you guys, and I think it would be a fun way to build my own community. Okay. And oh, that was really tough. It's really tough throwing yourself out there. I know, like, you probably think because I have a YouTube channel that I'm just like pro at this, but it honestly is like, it's hard throwing yourself out onto the internet. And yeah, anyways, okay. My end thoughts. Poshmark is pushing a lot of updates through the app right now. There's a lot of little changes, and I hear about them on the back end. I also get a lot of messages from you guys of little nuances that you're seeing, like little changes that they're making. And I think a lot of little changes are being made to live shows right now because a big part of their focus is on live shows, but they are actively still witch hunting relisting. Just they did another update a week or two ago where they they are on a witch hunt about relists. So I don't know. I do know in the past when they're doing a lot of updates and doing a lot of app stuff in the background, it does affect the algorithm. I don't think this is A/B testing or anything like that, but I think we are going to start to see more and more changes, and good or bad, I'm not really sure right now. I do like some of the things they're doing, and then some things I'm like, what the heck is going on? But I don't work for them. I just sell in the app. Who knows what they're going to do at this point. And I just hope they come back strong. I hope after all of this, I hope with the transition, as Naver takes over, works through the kinks, maybe sets their own goals, that the app comes back bigger and better than ever. Because I personally miss the old Posh. I do. I reminisce on the good old days, and I haven't even been a reseller for a long time. So I'm sure people reminisce about the good old days like in 2017, and I'm just reminiscing about 2020. Okay, those are my end thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any thoughts on what's going on with Poshmark, any of the data that I'm sharing, I'd love to hear what your goals are over the next 2 weeks. Maybe we can have like a little bit of accountability in the comments. But yeah, I really look forward to hearing from you guys. All right, if this brings you value in your reselling business, give me a thumbs up and let me know. Also, make sure you're subscribed, tap below, and I am going to head out of here. I am wishing you guys all many sales, and I'll see you next time. Bye.